Sometimes the question will be like, first questions will be from stats, then LR, then max part can also be there. Sometimes it will be mixed. Initially they will start with max, then LR, again max, then stats, then again max. That can also happen. Chapter wise mixing can happen. It is bound to that. So never feel panicked over that. Now, the first question we are going to do is from directions and stress. This question paper is from Jan 2025. Everyone look at the question and tell me the answer. It's a very easy question. And what is the approach I told you? Always read the last line first. So, the total number of kilometer he walked. That means the total distance walked by the person is the question. Yes. So, Anil started walking 5 kilometer towards north. Then he turned left and walked 3 kilometer. Again turned left and walked how many kilometer down? 5 kilometer. The total distance walked by him is how much? 5 plus 3 plus 5. That is how much? 13. Option A. Did we solve this question inside the class? Yes. Then it is taken from one of the mock test paper. The same question was there without even changing the name. And I found out that after reading the question paper, I came to know that. While solving the question paper only, I came to know that a question we discussed inside the class was directly there in Jan attempt. Next one. Raju started walking. So the question is, in which direction is his school from his house? What are they asking? With respect to the initial direction, where is the initial position? Where is the final direction is the question. So how are you going to solve this? Started walking 10 kilometer towards east. That means east 10. Then he turned right. Right of east is what? Right of east is south. How many kilometer? 5 kilometer. Then 5 kilometer to the south to reach his school. What is the answer then? Southeast. Option A is the answer. How many seconds? How many seconds? 5 seconds or 6 seconds you are getting the answer. Next question. A started walking from his house and we will read. Okay. What is the direction now? That means which place, which direction he is looking right now is the question. Don't talk. A started walking from his house and walked 4 kilometer north. That means initial direction is what? North. Then he did what? Turns right. Then what he did? Again right. North, right, right means what? It will become opposite, that is south. How much second? How many seconds? 5, 6 seconds you are getting the answer. Next one. A man started walking 10 kilometer to north. We will read the last line again. In which direction is the man now from the starting point? The question is like, with respect to the initial point, where is the man now? Now, initial direction is what now? North. How much? 10. Then turns right. Right of north is what? East. How much he walked? 5 kilometer. Then turns right again. Right of east is what? Right of east is south. And walk how much? 10 kilometer. In which direction is the man from the starting point? So south and north got cancelled. What is remaining? East is remaining. Option A is the answer. Now people, next question. In the morning, Anika started walking from a point where her shadow falls in front of her. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? She is walking towards which direction? Yeah, morning what happens? Sun rises in the east. If a person is walking towards west, the shadow will fall in front of them. So initial direction is west. So west is the initial direction. The question is in which direction she is facing now is the question. Now what is happening? She walked 2 kilometer and turned what? Left. Then what happened? Again she turned left. Then west. Left. Left means what? Opposite of west. That is what? East. Option A is the answer. Now I will ask you a simple question. If you had attended the class, will you be able to solve this entire question in like 1 minute? It is possible. It was one of the easiest paper. Jan attempt was one of the easiest from direction test and all. If you just learn 2 type of question itself, you are getting all the marks. One of the easiest paper. Now we will go to September 2024 attempt. If I said September 2025, you will be like, oh, teach us more. Yes. from direction sense test. Try, people. Is it visible properly? Try to look at this. Balakrishna is Ritik's neighbor and his house is 200 meters away in the northwest direction from Ritik's house. What do you mean by that? Balakrishna is there. Who is the reference point? Ritik is the reference point. I am writing Ritik over here. Then Balakrishna's house is where? The Balakrishna is Ritik's neighbor and Balakrishna's house is 200 meter away in the northwest direction. What do you mean by that? Here is Balakrishna. Correct? Now the question is, then where is the position of Ritik house with respect to Balakrishna? What is the answer, people? So Balakrishna's house is northwest to Ritik house. Then Ritik house is in the opposite direction. What is that? South east. Within seconds. Even the question is big. Answer is what? 6-second or 5-second answer. Just reading the first line. Now I will tell you this was a wrong question. Because if you read the rest of it, you will find again Jayendra is Ritik's neighbor and his house is located 200 meters away in the southwest. We will not get the answer. Again, Ritik is getting repeated. It was a wrong question, but you will not get any grace mark because it is a wrong question. Because in the first line itself, the answer is there. Okay. In May attempt also, there was a question like that. First 2 lines itself, the answer was there. But since it was a wrong question, you won't get the mark, grace mark. You will get the answer if you are just looking at the first line itself. So answer is what? The southeast, option A. Now think tell me the answer. If Ajay stands on his head with his face towards north, in which direction is the left hand pointing? West, east, west. Yes, let's see. East. So a normal person is looking towards north. Then his left hand is towards which direction? The west direction. What did I teach you? If a normal person is facing the facing the north, his left hand will be normally towards west. Then abnormal person becomes looking towards north, means everything will change. Ulta, opposite of west is what? East. Option C. Another easy question. Next question, look at the question. One morning after sunrise, A and B are walking to each other face to face, very closely at a crossing point. Did we solve this question? We solved a similar type of question. If B's shadow was exactly to the right of A, what did I teach you about shadow to the right? That means either of them, they are looking at the north and south direction. They are not looking towards east or west. They are looking towards north and south. That is the condition. Then, in which direction B was facing is the question. Let's see. B's shadow. If B is looking towards north. His shadow will be what? Towards the left of B. Then, if A is standing over here and looking towards south, what will happen? A's right hand is where? This is the A's right hand. Correct? Yes. Now you tell me, B's shadow is exactly to the right of A. Is that correct? Yes. That means what is the question? B is facing which direction? North is the answer. Got the point? If it was opposite, B's shadow will be to the left of A. That won't satisfy. That's why B is looking towards which direction? Towards the north direction. Now, the final question which was there from direction test. If Kiran put her timepiece on table in such a way that at 6 p.m. our hand points towards east, we will draw one circle for your understanding. A circle is there. That means a clock is there. Then 6 is what? 6 is east. At 6 p.m. our hand points towards east. Opposite of east is what? That means at 12 what will happen? It is west. Then right of west is what? Right of west is, that means which is north? 3 is north. 1 second. Yes. 3 is north. Then what else is there? Yes, 9 is south. Now the question is, in which direction the minute hand points at when it is 9:30? 9:30 means the minute hand will be looking towards which direction? 6. That means answer is east. So that is September 2024. Only 4 questions were there from direction sense test. One more question was there, but that is more related to our seating arrangement. I told you with respect to arranging in parallel and all, right? That question was something related to that. When we solve the seating arrangement previous year question, I'll solve that question. Okay. Then, so which all attempt we solved? Jan attempt we solved. Then we solved September attempt. Now we are going to the final last one, which will happen just now. The May attempt. Many people call the devil's attempt. Yes, it was one of the difficult paper. Many people were telling that. One of the most difficult exam in quantitative aptitude. Why? Because they got panicked by seeing the size of the question paper. Because few questions from logical reasoning were like too big. If you ask me, it was easy to solve, and always 60 easy questions will be there. Shadow part. 1 second. One person is asking that. Yes. Where is it? Which attempt was it? September attempt. Yes, this was the question. Yes. So in this question, yes, Sriram, are you there? Yes. One morning after sunrise, where does the sun rise? The morning, what happens to the sun? Sun rises in the east. Then, if a person is looking towards north or south only, the shadow will be to the right hand side or left hand side of that person. Otherwise, if a person is looking towards east, where will the shadow be? Behind him. If a person is looking towards west, where will be the shadow be? In front of him. So, answer will either be north or south. Now, we need to understand where B is looking. We are assuming, first we are assuming B is looking towards north. That is an assumption we are taking. B is looking towards which direction? North direction. If B is looking towards north, his shadow will be towards left hand side of B itself. Correct? His left hand side. If I am looking towards north, if sun is over here, my shadow will be to my left. Then, one more person is looking at me. Who is that person? A. He is looking at towards which direction? South direction. And we are going to check. For that person, my shadow will be to the right hand side, right? Yes. To the right hand side, not my right hand side, to his right hand side, right? So, that assumption is correct. B's shadow was exactly to the right of A. That is the assumption. The assumption is correct. So, we are telling B is looking towards north. If you take the ulta, if B is looking towards south, the shadow will be to A's left hand side. That is not possible. That's why we are taking it this way. Clear up? Anyone is having doubt? Sriram, is it clear? Yes. No. Yes. Perfect. Next one. May 2025 attempt. Finally, an angular turn-based question in your examination. That it was according to my paper, whichever paper I got as a reference, it was the 21st question paper. It is not the same question paper as per the ICAI. I just extracted the question and I put it in a PDF. That's why it is looking like this. You won't get any question paper with space and all like this. Okay. Now, a man is facing northwest. He turns 90 degree in the clockwise direction. Then 180 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. Then another 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. Which direction he is facing right now is the question. Okay. We will see. Initial direction is what? Northwest is the initial direction. That is the initial direction. Let it be like that. Then what is happening? He turns 90 degree in the clockwise. What do you mean by clockwise? Plus 90. Then 180 degree in the anti-clockwise. What do you mean by that? Minus 180. Then another 90 degree in the same. That is anti-clockwise. Minus 90 degree. So plus 90 degree, minus 90 degree cancelled off. What did I teach you when it is like 180 degree? The direction will become opposite. Opposite. If it is 360 degree, then it will be like the same itself. 180 means opposite. So answer is what? Opposite of 90. Northwest is what? South east. Option C is your answer. Clear? Kandipa? Yes, everyone. Is the doubt clear? Yes. Anyone is having doubt? Did we learn anything new? No. Whatever we learned in the class only we are applying now. So we will always read the last line. In which direction and how many meter is she from the starting point is the question. Now, Rajni walked 20 meter towards north. That means north 20. Then she turned to the right. Right of north is what? East. How much? 30. Then she turned to the right. Right of east is what? South. How much she walked? 35. Then she turned to the left. Left of south is what? East. How much meter? 15 meter. Then finally she turned left and walked 15 meter. What do you mean by that, Dom? North. How much he walked? 15 meter. Now, north everything will get added. North 35. Then east 45. Then south 35. That means south and north will get cancelled. What is remaining? Is 45. So answer is option D is the answer. Is it doable? It is doable and you will get the mark. Inside the exam hall it is possible. The only thing stopping you from getting the mark is your fear of examination. That's why I'm telling you, write the mock test whichever I'm giving. Every week write the mock test whichever I'm giving for 100 marks. That will take your fear away. You will always get the marks. I'm telling you. Once you are good with the practice of time managing and all, you will get the mark no matter what. Next one. Yes, it's a very interesting question. It is in your ICAI book. A similar question is there in your ICAI textbook. Right. Two cars start from opposite places on a highway, 150 kilometer apart. What is the distance between both of them? 150 kilometer. Then first car runs for 25 kilometer. Then takes a right turn and runs for 15 kilometer. Then take a left turn and then runs 25 kilometer. Then takes the direction back to the main road. Then in the meantime, due to minor breakdown, the other car ran only for how many kilometer? 35 kilometer along the main road. What would be the distance between two cars at this point? I will just show you how to do this. Okay. Here what is happening? A highway is there. Entire highway is there. Then we have a car. Which is that car? Let that car be A and the other car be B. Now what is happening is, what is the total distance between them? 150 kilometer is the total distance between them. Then first car runs for 25 kilometer. That means car A is going 25 kilometer. That is, this one is 25. Then took a what turn? Then took left turn. Right turn. Right turn means right of east is what? South. So he will be going towards this direction and runs for how many kilometer? 15 kilometer. Then what happened? He took a left turn. Left turn means left of south is what? East, and walked how many kilometer? 25 kilometer again. Yes. Then turn left and came back to the main road. Now my question, how much kilometer is traveled by A through the main road? 50 kilometer is traveled by A through the main road. 25 plus 25. We will not add that 15 because it doesn't matter. It is not part of the main road. Next one. What happens to B? B traveled how much? 35 kilometer. That means B is coming over here for how much kilometer? 35 kilometer. Now the question is, what is the distance between them is the question. This is the question. So we know that 150 is the total distance. 150 is the total distance minus distance traveled by A. How much is the distance traveled by A? 50. Then how much is the distance traveled by B? That is 35. Answer is how much? Answer is 65. So the distance between both the car is how much? 65. Clear? Understood? Anyone is having doubt? Please raise your hand if you are having doubt. No doubts, right? Can we do the next one? Yes. So this one we will do along with seating arrangement. Okay, this question. Yes, I think this is the final question from this. It's a very interesting question. Everyone try to do this. Online, everyone got the answer right? The final question before the test. The 10 minutes test will be there today. Not 10 minutes, today 8 minutes. 8-minute 8-mark test. Okay, yes. At a crossing, there was a direction pole which was showing all the 4 correct directions. Due to the wind, it turns in such a manner that now west pointer is showing south. Harish went in the wrong direction thinking that he was traveling east. In which direction he was actually traveling is the question. So everyone knows how does a direction pole look like? How is the direction pole looking like? This is a direction pole, correct? Now what is happening? This is north, this is south, this is what? East, and this is what? West. So what is happening? Due to the wind, it turns in such a manner that now west pointer is showing south. What do you mean by this? You know this, right? Direction pole, when wind and all happen, it can turn also. That you know, right? Yes, direction pole means directions will be there, and because of some wind, it can turn. According to the wind, what happened? Due to the wind, it turns in a manner. Now west pointer, which is the west pointer over here? W is the west pointer, is showing south. What do you mean by that? West pointer is showing south. Now the question is, Harish went in the wrong direction. Thing was, he was traveling east. So he was going in this way. He was thinking that, oh, it was east and he was going. But actually, is that east? What is that actually? No. So option B is the answer. Understood, people? Yes. Pointer means just the pole, not the direction. Got the point, people? Pointer. Yes. Never change your direction. Never erase and change your direction. Just change the pointer. You will think, so should we turn all this? Don't do that. You can just draw it by thinking that it changed. Everyone understood that? So that's your direction sense test from the last 3 attempts. September, Jan and May. Around 14 questions were there in total. That's all. Okay. Now we will have the test. Thank you everyone. It was wonderful teaching you. Bye-bye. Why did I say that? Okay. Yes, we will have the test. Be ready for the test.